Hi, welcome back to Pappy Tinkers. And I got something a little bit different today. We're going to talk about some airbrushes. Now, I got something new that actually has me excited. I have one of these brand new Gaahleri Model 39 airbrushes. And we're going to take a look at it in just a minute. Alright, so what I was saying is I have this new Ghad model number 39 here, and I'm actually excited about this. And it's been a long time since I've been excited about an airbrush. The last time I got excited about airbrushes was when they came out with these pistol triggers, what, 10, 15, 20 years ago. I've been using airbrushes for well over 40 years, starting out with the Badger 150s and the little cans of propellant or little adapters that you'd put on your tire and hope the tire didn't run out of air before you were done painting. I've used cheapy Central pneumatic $10 and $12 airbrushes. I've used expensive Paches, old Paches, new Paches. I've tried a little bit of them all. But this is one of the first times that I've actually been excited to open up an airbrush for a long time. And this is because of a review Tiffany did. We're going to take this a little bit further, and I'm going to tell you why I'm excited about this. So we're going to crack open this seal here, and we're going to take a look at this, all right? Now, you might have already seen a review or two of these. And like I said before, Tiffany over at Dirt Road Cinderella is the one that got me excited about trying this. And she did an excellent review on it. But we're coming at it from two different experience levels of airbrushing, where she was fairly new to it. Like I said, I've been doing this using airbrushes for 40 plus years, and I'm not trying to say I'm an artist, because I'm not, but I've used them on armor models, on car models, on real one-to-one cars. I've used them on motorcycles, clothing, people, and hopefully there's some pictures floating around of that stuff everywhere. But I've had fun with them. And I've gotten to know what works, what doesn't, and what kind of things to look for in an airbrush. So let's quit the yakking and see what's really in this. And I'll show you why I'm excited for this. Excited to try this out. Well, first, it comes in a nice box with the part descriptions and every part listed in there right on top, right where you know where to find it. So if something is missing, you can see what it is, what the part of it is. That's nice. Warranty, dear customer, blah blah blah. A quick start guide that you guys can look at your own. And this is nice packaging. This is not bubble wrap or a little plastic clamshell kind of thing. This is very nice. This is very nice indeed. And the first thing I notice is some extra O-rings. Now let me tell you, like I said, I've bought expensive things. I've bought cheap things. They never come with these. You have to special order them, or you have to hope your local hobby shop can get them. Then you have to find the part number. Well, here it is. Here's the part numbers. You've already got some extras. And you've got a website where you can go to and find and order some more of these right off the bat. That I don't know why these other manufacturers didn't figure this out. But look what we got in here. This has a nice heft, has a nice gasket already installed. It's clean, can easily get to the locking mechanism. A nice firm trigger, a protective cap. You'd be surprised at how few actually do this little thing. A nice little plastic cap to put over the end of the airbrush, and trust me, some of mine have gone through horrible abuse. So we'll try to get this zoomed in where you can get a glimpse of this air tip, that it's been dropped, it's been banged. I trip over the air cord, air hose. Dog trips over the air hose. And you got to go through hell in a handbasket to try to get a replacement for this. But if it had had a plastic cap, maybe, just maybe, this wouldn't have been damaged quite so much. So before you think that this is just bleh and toss it away, wait a second. It's got a nice heft, nice feel, very similar to lots of other copies out there. No big deal about that. I mean, there's only so many ways you can design something like this, but it feels good in the hand. It comes with 2 cups, a smaller size. Oh, separate lids. That's a nice little feature, because one lid always seems to disappear. Whoops. Wow. Look at that finish all the way down in there. Same polish all the way down. That's nice. That'll make for good cleaning. This looks like maybe a ½ ounce, it's a ¼ ounce. This one's the same way. Cleaned and polished all the way down. I'm sure you guys hear the Tinker Dogs running around with the background noise. Just out of curiosity, let's see if... Nice tight lids that aren't going to pop off every time you put them on. And look, they'll fit on both. Keep one new and shiny for when you lose it and you still have a spare. That's nice. That's a nice little extra. How are the threads? How easily does it screw on? Very nice and precise threading. So that's expert machining in it. And because these threads are on the inside instead of the outside of the cup, instead of out here, it's going to be much less prone to leakage as compared to, is it this one? No, it's the other one. As compared to some of them where the threads are actually on the outside. Those will leak. Very nice and secure, very nice and tight. I like this. Another thing that sold me, and this was the final selling point that said, all right, I'm going to give it a try. All the instructions talk about lubing your airbrush, and never once, not one single time of the 30 plus times that I've bought airbrushes did it ever come with a lube. Never seen it in the store. I thought it was something like trying to find a unicorn. But here it is, right here in the package. That's really cool. I also love the fact that it comes with an extra needle and cap. Now, I have come to expect these on the higher end airbrushes, but check this out right here. It says right on the tube what size it is. This is so simple. Why doesn't anybody else? This I got on the Christmas special for 29 bucks. 37 with shipping. And the air tip has it too. This is wonderful. Just so simple. I buy a Pache and it'll have 2 or 3 needles in it, but I'll have to try to figure out which one is which. That's not helpful to me. Do you get out your dial calipers and start measuring? Let me show you the other thing that I was also very fascinated with. Oops, not a... This is going to be very difficult to see, and you're going to have to look at their website. Now, I'll try to include a picture here of what I'm very interested in. I used to also spray full-size cars in a body shop, so I was pretty up to date on what was new and the technology for it. And this has something different. If you can see in here, and I'm trying to get up in there, but see those little like crown points? This has 8 separate air channels for the air to flow and to better mix and try to even out better than most other airbrushes. Now, I don't know if this really works, but it certainly got my curiosity piqued, and I want to try this out. So for that $37 including shipping price tag, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try this thing out and see if this sprays any better or any different. Alright, give me a few minutes to set up and change some things around here and some paint mixed up, and we'll get back on this. Oh, one other thing I forgot to point out was this already comes with an air fitting, which is really cool. And if you have any of these, let's see if this is the one that I've been using. Oh, look at that. Just snaps right on. This is one of those little extras that really has me excited to try this out. Alright, I have some Creatix Candy Blue mixed up, and we're going to try that on a few things. Okay, so now we have an idea of how it's spraying. You guys have probably already seen this build. Right now I'm using the 3.8 tip. Okay, that's good enough for a first coat. Let's try this on the body. Oh, let's fix the body. I always disconnect my air when I set my airbrush down. That way it doesn't get snagged and yank everything off the table. Especially if you got tinker dogs running around. Okay, let's take a look and see how we're doing on build up on the tip real quick. Yes, there's some. It's just one of the things that come along with airbrushing. Take a little bit of airbrush cleaner or reducer on a Q-tip or a piece of paper towel to clean that off. It's not a bad idea to check after each coat, as well as look inside of here to see how it may or may not be building up inside there. That can affect your pattern and how much material is actually coming out. What do you think, guys? How's it looking? I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Alright, let's get ready for this third coat here. Oh wow, look at that depth shining through. Oh, that's looking so beautiful. Huh, you guys hearing the gunshots off in the distance? Ah, beautiful, beautiful. So that part that you guys just watched was 4 months ago. I believe I filmed that back in December. Since then, I have used this for everything. This is the only airbrush I've used, and I gave it a heck of a torture test. It has been my priming airbrush. You guys have seen the results of my USAC build. This is the completed one that you saw in the video. I've used it for water-based acrylics, including custom painting stripes. Sorry, the dogs are bumping into the camera. For custom painting stripes, I've used it on solvent-based paints and the 2K clear. I've done at least 7 models with this basic Jihad airbrush that I got for 27 bucks. A torture test, a true torture test, as well as some other things, a little bit of clothing and other things. I am thoroughly impressed with this airbrush. I have had to do absolutely nothing to it but a couple good cleanings now and then. But that's to be expected when you're running water-based and acrylic and everything else through it to try to get it to not work right. Gaahleri, you got a customer. You did a lot of things right with this, and this is not going to be my only Gaahleri airbrush, and probably not my only 39. Just so I don't have to bother changing tips to it. Dogs are running by again and shaking the camera. If you guys are looking for just one airbrush to do it all, this right here is it. Primer, colors, pinstripes, clears, it does it all. Solvents, solvent-based acrylics. I've ran it all through it. I can't wait. I am excited to try some of their other products, especially the TG. I think that's going to be on my list, as well as possibly something else. Get yourself this. Trust me, you'll like it. Oh, I'm not paid to advertise this. I didn't get this free. I bought this with my own money, my own time, all my other stuff. I'm not endorsed by them. I think there's a code down in the description for if you just happen to say I sent you, but that's about it. I haven't gotten anything free. So this is not paid. This is my opinion. Good, bad, and otherwise. And I really don't have anything bad to say about it. This is what you want. This is what you need.